Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into a real treat for fans of retro gaming. 2 upcoming Evercade cartridges packed with Taito Arcade classics. These collections bring together some of the most iconic games from the golden age of arcades, plus a few hidden gems that you may have missed first time around. Taito has been a pioneer in the arcade scene for decades, producing games that are instantly recognisable even today. These cartridges showcase a wide variety of gameplay styles, from fast-paced shooters to charming platformers, quirky puzzlers and even experimental oddities. They're a celebration of the creativity and energy that defined the arcade era. Let's go through each game in detail so you can get a real sense of what makes these collections special. Bobble is a co-op platformer that stood the test of time. You take control of 2 small dragons, Bob and Bob, and your mission is to trap enemies in bubbles and then pop them to defeat them. Each stage is filled with clever layouts, secret areas and collectibles that reward exploration. The game is simple to pick up but offers surprising depth, making it enjoyable for both new players and seasoned arcade fans. The charm of Bobble comes not only from its gameplay, but also its playful visuals and music. The colourful stages and cute character designs give it a light-hearted feel, while the increasing difficulty keeps players engaged and challenged. It's easy to see why this became one of Taito's most beloved titles, and while it's still fresh even decades after its original release. Space Invaders is a timeless arcade classic that practically invented the shooter genre. Players control a lone cannon at the bottom of the screen, fending off waves of descending alien invaders. Each level increases in speed and intensity, and every shot matters as the aliens slowly march closer to Earth. It's a game that demands focus, quick reflexes, and a little bit of strategy to succeed. Beyond its gameplay, Space Invaders is iconic for its influence on gaming culture. The simple visuals, rhythmic shooting and growing tension created a template that countless games would follow. Even today, the feeling of blasting that final alien and clearing a level is unmatched, proving the game's enduring appeal. Chack'n Pop is a quirky platformer that mixes puzzle solving with action. Players dig holes to trap enemies, toss bombs and collect hearts to progress through the levels. The mechanics were unusual for the time and require timing, patience and strategy to master. Each level has unique layouts and challenges, keeping the gameplay engaging throughout. The visual style and sound design contribute to Chack'n Pop's charm. Bright colours, amusing enemy designs and playful music make the game enjoyable even when it's challenging. It's a great example of Taito experimenting with creative ideas, combining platforming and puzzle elements in a way that still feels fresh and fun today. Doko Don is a whimsical beat-em-up starring 2 hammer-wielding dwarfs. Players knock enemies out, scoop them up and toss them aside to clear the stage. The gameplay is simple but satisfying, especially in co-op mode, where coordination with a friend can make all the difference. Levels increase in difficulty with new enemy types, giving players a reason to keep pushing forward. Its charm comes from the character designs and light-hearted approach to combat. The vibrant visuals, bouncy music and playful animations make it stand out among other beat-em-ups of the era. Doko Don perfectly blends fun, challenge and personality, making it a memorable addition to any arcade collection. Growl is a beat-em-up with an environmental twist. Players take on gangs of criminals and poachers to rescue captured animals, using punches, kicks and weapons to defeat waves of enemies. Each level offers different environments and hazards, keeping the action varied and engaging. The game's difficulty ramps up gradually, testing reflexes and combat strategy in true arcade fashion. What makes Growl stand out is its gritty, over-the-top action combined with a sense of humour. The character animations and enemy designs are lively, and the soundtrack adds intensity to every fight. It's a game that captures the energy of the 1980s arcade scene while providing satisfying co-op gameplay. The Legend of Kage puts players in the role of a nimble ninja navigating Japan. You jump across treetops, slash enemies, and throw shuriken to defeat enemy foes, all while racing against time. The levels are designed to test reflexes, timing, and precision, creating a fast-paced arcade experience that keeps players on their toes. Its appeal comes from the combination of action and agility. Smooth movement, responsive controls, and engaging enemy patterns make it challenging but fair. The game also has a distinct aesthetic, with detailed backgrounds and fluid animations that capture the essence of classic Japanese arcade style. Pirate Pete is a cheerful platformer where players dodge hazards and navigate nautical-themed stages. The gameplay is straightforward but engaging, with well-designed levels that require careful timing and movement. Collectibles and enemies add extra challenge, keeping the experience lively and rewarding. The game's charm lies in its colourful art style and playful atmosphere. Pirate Pete's stages are visually appealing, with bright backgrounds and fun animations. The light-hearted tone and approachable mechanics make it a game that's enjoyable for players of all ages. Raimais is a maze-style action game that combines exploration with combat. Players pilot a ship, carve paths through the level, and eliminate enemies along the way. The game requires quick thinking and reflexes as you navigate tight spaces to avoid hazards. Each stage introduces new challenges and enemy types to keep the gameplay dynamic. The visual design is simple but effective, with clear paths and vibrant colours. The combination of puzzle elements and shooter mechanics creates a unique arcade experience that's both challenging and satisfying. Raimais stands out for its inventive approach to the maze genre. Colony 7 is an arcade shooter where players defend a colony from waves of robotic invaders. The action is fast and relentless, demanding sharp reflexes and careful targeting. As levels progress, enemies become more numerous and aggressive, keeping players engaged and on the edge. The game's design is an example of early arcade experimentation. The blend of strategic shooting and reactive gameplay keeps the experience exciting. Its pacing, sound effects, and escalating difficulty make Colony 7 a memorable, satisfying arcade title. Operation Wolf is a military-themed shooter that puts players on the front lines to rescue hostages from enemy forces. The gameplay combines fast reflexes with careful aim as players navigate different stages filled with hazards and enemies. Each level ramps up intensity, offering explosions, incoming fire, and challenging targets that keep the adrenaline high. What makes the game stand out is its cinematic presentation for the time. The stages are varied, the action is relentless, and the combination of shooting and strategy gives players a true arcade experience. Its legacy as a classic Taito shooter is well earned and still feels engaging today. The New Zealand Story is a charming platformer where players guide a kiwi bird to rescue its kidnapped friends. Each stage is full of colourful environments, enemies, and secrets that reward exploration. The game blends action with light puzzle solving, requiring both timing and planning to succeed. Its appeal comes from the bright visuals, whimsical characters, and catchy music. The game feels alive, with clever stage designs and memorable boss encounters. It's a perfect example of how Taito could create games that were both cute and challenging. Rastan is a side-scrolling hack and slash where players take control of a barbarian battling through a mythical world. You fight monsters, navigate traps, and overcome treacherous terrain, making each level feel like an epic adventure. The difficulty is high, demanding skill and precision at every turn. The game's presentation adds to its appeal, with detailed backgrounds, large enemies, and intense action. The barbarian theme, combined with solid gameplay mechanics, creates an immersive arcade experience that rewards perseverance and skill. Elevator action puts players in the role of a secret agent infiltrating a high-rise building. You must move between floors using elevators, sneak into rooms to collect documents, and avoid or eliminate enemy agents. The use of elevators and timing makes the gameplay engaging and tense. The game is stylish, combining espionage with action in a way that was innovative for its time. The levels are well designed and the need to plan your route adds depth. Its unique approach to arcade stealth and strategy make it a standout from other shooters of the era. Kiki Kaikai blends Japanese folklore with fast-paced action. Players control a shrine maiden who uses spells and talismans to fight mischievous spirits. Each stage is filled with enemies and environmental hazards that test reflexes and strategy. The charm from the game comes from the bright visuals, cultural references and whimsical enemy designs. The combination of folklore-inspired stories, vibrant graphics and challenging gameplay makes Kiki Kaikai a unique entry in Taito's arcade catalogue. Liquid Kids is a light-hearted platformer where players use water-based attacks to defeat enemies. Each level is filled with colourful stages, challenging jumps and creative enemy designs. The gameplay balance is fun with a challenge, making it engaging for all skill levels. The game has a cheerful art style, catchy music and playful mechanics. Liquid Kids captures the fun and imagination of Taito's arcade era, making it a delightful experience for both new and returning players. Volfied is a sci-fi puzzle shooter where players claim sections of the screen while avoiding alien enemies. The goal is to capture enemy territory without getting hit, which requires both careful planning and quick reflexes. Each stage becomes progressively more challenging, testing both strategy and timing. The combination of shooting and territory control make Volfied unique and addicting. The colourful visuals, upbeat soundtrack and escalating difficulty ensure that the game remains engaging and rewarding throughout. The Electric Yo-Yo is a quirky arcade experience where players swing a yo-yo to destroy enemies and clear obstacles. The gameplay is fast and unusual, requiring precise timing and coordination. Each level introduces new challenges and creative enemy patterns. Its appeal lies in its originality and charm. The colourful graphics, unique mechanics and energetic pace create a distinctive arcade experience that stands out as one of Taito's more experimental titles. Alpine Ski is a winter sports arcade title where players race down snowy slopes, avoiding flags and obstacles whilst trying to reach the finish line quickly. Timing and precise movement are key to maintaining speed and avoiding penalties. Each stage has its own layout and challenges, keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting. The game captures the thrill of downhill skiing in a simple but engaging way. Its clean visuals, intuitive controls and satisfying sense of speed make Alpine Ski a fun and memorable arcade game. So that's the complete lineup for Taito Arcade 1 and 2. Between the two cartridges there's a remarkable variety of gameplay. From platformers like Bobble and New Zealand Story, to challenging shooters like Operation Wolf and Space Invaders, there's going to be something for everyone here. Looking at these collections together, it's clear how creative and diverse Taito's arcade library was. Decades later, these games still have charm, challenge and excitement packed into every stage. The clever designs, memorable visuals and catchy music make them timeless experiences that any arcade fan can enjoy. If you enjoyed the breakdown today, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to the channel for more retro previews, reviews and gameplay features. Catch you in the next one.